The Incredible O.J. Simpson Chase by Neo. Make sure you subscribe. We're gonna get into it. By the way, the only reason that I had watched like a minute there was I was just testing the audio, so I haven't really listened to anything that's happened, and I know nothing about the O.J. Simpson Chase. Okay, I just thought it looked interesting.
On the morning of June 17, 1994, news reporters from all over Los Angeles raced to one specific location, pointing their cameras to capture a very brief moment. A moment that will probably be only a few seconds long. The location is the LAPD headquarters in downtown Los Angeles. And at around 11 a.m., over 1,000 journalists are gathered at the entrance. The moment they want to capture is the perp walk of O.J. Simpson, who any minute from now will be placed in handcuffs right here.
O.J. Simpson.
In the mid-90s, this was about as big a media spectacle as one can imagine.
Perhaps the greatest running back of all time.
O.J. Simpson was known as one of the most successful football players of all time. And besides his football career, he had made a name for himself as a media personality, appearing as a sports commentator, movie actor, and in several commercials.
Yeah, the name O.J. Simpson is familiar, but I didn't really know who he was. But damn, okay, so I'm assuming this successful football player is gonna go on the run then or something.
New country spicy chicken.
And not only would he be placed in custody, it would also be for one of the most serious crimes imaginable. As
Really?
O.J. Simpson was the main suspect in a double homicide investigation. 5 days earlier, in the Brentwood area of Los Angeles, 2 dead bodies were found. The victims were Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman, murdered in front of Brown's apartment. Nicole was O.J. Simpson's ex-wife, who for many years had been harassed by her former partner, both during the marriage as well as afterwards. O.J. is said to have regularly stalked her as well as been violent towards her.
911 emergency.
Can you get someone over here now to 325 Gretna Green? He's back. Please.
Well, okay, what does he look like?
He's O.J. Simpson. I think you know his record.
Damn, bro, Aura. I guess he was that famous. But seriously though, I mean, I'm not gonna pull conclusions before the actual video starts. But you're telling me that one of the victims in this murder is his ex-wife. Yeah, that's pretty suspicious. I mean, once again, okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna get into it because I feel like I don't want to yap before the video starts. But seems like a pretty stupid chess move if you want to get away with murder.
The second victim, Ron Goldman, was a friend of Brown's, and he just happened to be at Brown's apartment that night to drop off something she had
Ex-wife
forgotten.
and friend, huh?
Traces of a perpetrator's blood were discovered at the crime scene, and this evidence was incriminating O.J., who became the main suspect. Based on this evidence, the police decided to arrest O.J. Simpson.
The Los Angeles County District Attorney has just filed murder charges against Orenthal James O.J. Simpson.
Due to his fame and previous cooperation with the police, it was assumed that there was no risk of an escape. After all, a famous celebrity like that wouldn't go on the run, they thought. And so, an agreement between the police and O.J.'s lawyers was made, allowing him to turn himself in at the police station, leading to this crowd of reporters.
Wait, what?
But this is where things go differently. Time passes, and after more than 2 hours, the reporters are suddenly asked to come inside the building. Not knowing why, they are stunned to hear the police statement.
The Los Angeles Police Department right now is actively searching for Mr. Simpson.
Bro, who the fuck said woo? Bro, he's excited, bro. Somebody in that room knows what's gonna go down here.
With O.J. not showing
Also, by the way, what kind of deal is that, bro? I mean, this O.J. guy, he must have had a lot of aura, because what kind of deal, how's that deal? How do you even make a deal like that? He turns himself in. You're putting a lot of faith into, someone who's fucking suspected for a double homicide and both people dead are literally, close to him in some way.
up,
Putting a lot of
police
trust
started
into him.
heading his way. O.J. Simpson had spent the night and morning in the San Fernando Valley, at the house of lawyer Robert Kardashian, with whom he maintained a long friendship. In addition to Simpson's legal team, there were also several doctors present, as well as Al Collins, O.J.'s former football teammate and a childhood friend. When the police officers arrived, they first met O.J.'s lawyers, who were agreeing to O.J. calming down to be arrested.
Greeted them. They were very polite and courteous. They told us that they would follow normal procedure, handcuff O.J. and take him to the police station, and they agreed that we would be able to accompany him. At that time, it was suggested that Dr. Fairstein go up and tell him that he was going to be transported in handcuffs into custody. It was at that time when Dr. Fairstein went in the room to alert him that we discovered for the first time that O.J. was not present.
Ooh.
Al Callings was not present.
With the two men gone, the only thing that was found in the room were 3 letters that O.J. left behind, which to most people seemed to
Oh wait,
indicate...
never mind, guys. I thought they were never present, like, to begin with, but now that I think about it, they probably were present in the house, and then when they saw the fucking cops, they probably dipped. Because wouldn't it have been really trippy if they were never there in the first place? That wouldn't really make a lot of sense, though, because the lawyers had
that
to
he was planning on
talk
taking
to
his
the
own
cops
life.
and stuff.
One letter was addressed to his children, the other to his mother, and one to the general public. A letter which Robert Kardashian read aloud to reporters only a few hours later.
I think of my life and feel I've done most of the right things. So why do I end up like this? I can't go on.
One of the most famous personalities in the city and the country has disappeared, and almost at the same time as the police, thousands of reporters became aware of it and head on a search. It is the beginning of a race of who can track down O.J. Simpson first. What no one knows at this point is that O.J. is not hiding in any home, but is on the road. At this time, O.J. is sitting in the passenger seat of a white Ford Bronco, while Cowlings, who owns the car, is driving, heading down south on the 405 freeway. The destination they picked is the Ascension Cemetery, located in Orange County, a place where the two of them had been to only a few hours earlier.
What?
On June 16, the
No,
day before
they're cooking
this
something
escape,
here, bro.
the funeral of Nicole Brown Simpson took place right here.
Wait,
Even
what?
though they were
Wait,
already...
hold on. Did I hear that correctly? Hold on.
On June 16, the day before this escape, the funeral of Nicole Brown Simpson took place right here.
At the place that they're driving to? Okay, no, something is not right here. Why would they go there? Do you think she has a connection to, like... Hold on, now, wait, hold on. So they discovered the bodies, and then she was buried there. I'm just gonna shut up.
Even though there were
Honestly.
already increasing doubts about O.J.'s innocence at the time, as the ex-husband of the victim, he attended the memorial service.
The mourning ex-husband, the grieving father, the focus of a murder investigation.
Now, a day later, O.J. wanted to go back to her grave, presumably to harm himself right there.
What?
When the two arrive at the cemetery, they realize that it will not be possible to go to the graveside without being recognized.
Did you go to her grave?
Yes. Well, we never made it there because there was a police car blocking the entrance.
They wouldn't let you in?
Well, AC saw him and avoided going in.
Unsure on what to do next, Cowlings parks the car near the cemetery. According to his own statement, O.J. wanted to wait for the police to leave so he could still go to the grave. While they were waiting...
Why? What? Okay, bro, what? Okay. So, okay, let me get this straight. let me just make sure that I haven't misunderstood what's going on. He wants to go to his ex-wife's grave, who he killed, to harm himself at the grave? Because that's what it sounded like. And then what? And then get arrested? And get arrested after? So you're not even going to make an escape attempt? I'm going to shut up.
Turn on the radio, and they notice that there are reports on almost all frequencies about a large-scale search for the two. Presumably, in order not to be recognized, OJ now moves from the passenger seat to the back seat and lies down. And he instructs Cowlings to drive back up north, heading to his house, with the goal of meeting his mother there.
Brother. Are you fucking serious? Like, you know that the police are after you, right? Actually, is this even... This is the same day, right? I want to make sure that I'm not just yapping about, like, the wrong thing. Surely this is the same day that the lawyers and the police came, right? And the journalists were outside the thing. This is the same day, right? Because if it is the same day, then what on actual earth are you doing? You're gonna drive back to your house? Bro, the police are probably camping there. Not to mention, you're gonna drive all the way back here. There's probably gonna be a bunch of police right here. All over LA. But what do I know? What do I know?
Knowing that there is an active manhunt for him, O.J. Simpson then decides to call the police himself, who immediately trace the call to determine where it's coming from.
Okay.
The signal appears to originate near the El Toro Y interchange.
That's all units and stations for Station 18 per LAPD. Attempt to locate 187 suspect. Southbound 5 freeway from El Toro at 1646 hours. In a white 1993 Ford Bronco, possible plate 3 Delta Hotel Yankee 503.
With this information, it doesn't take long until the first police car spots the vehicle.
241, I'm behind it. Occupied by a male black. Northbound 5, north of Red Hill.
Journalists all across LA were listening into police radio, and soon the first news chopper finds the chase and goes live on air.
Oh, they're about to live stream this shit. He's cooked!
Subject has stopped. The subject has stopped.
10-4, subject has stopped just past 17th northbound I-5.
Here 18315, we have a traffic break northbound I-5, just north of Regional 7. He's continuing.
Yeah, good luck getting away. The fuck?
Though Cowlings doesn't stop, he also doesn't try to outrun the police, traveling a mere 30 miles per hour. Due to the slow speed of the chase and the fact that no new cars can catch up from behind the police, the traffic around the Bronco drops significantly.
They seem to have cleared the freeway pretty much like they do when you see a presidential motorcade.
However, things are completely different in the airspace over the highway, where more than 9 different news helicopters are now broadcasting the chase to homes and sports bars all across the nation.
Dude, this was a big
As Cowlings
event.
continues to follow the highway, he then calls 911, trying to negotiate with the police.
911, what are you reporting?
This is AC. I have OJ in the car.
Okay, where are you?
Please, I'm coming up the 5 freeway.
Okay.
Right now, we all okay, but you gotta tell the police to just back off. He's still alive, but he got a gun to his head.
What's your name?
My name is AC. You know who I am, goddammit.
Okay. Alrighty, sir. Hold on just a moment.
Hi, what's your name? Hello?
The information that OJ is armed increases the danger.
Regional 710 cop could not see in the window of the vehicle.
And the LAPD tries to take advantage of the fact that there are cameras pointed at the car from nearly all directions, cooperating with the news choppers to try to get a better look at the situation.
Okay, what we're doing is we've asked the police department, they can't see through the windows, and we're allowed to shoot a picture through the windows to see if indeed he is back there with the gun.
Meanwhile, the Bronco leaves Interstate 5 and turns onto California.
Okay. I don't want to pause. You know what? Who cares? I'm gonna pause. This is my fucking channel. What am I even talking about? Fucking trying to please someone else. I'm gonna make a prediction, bro. It's probably not likely, and he's probably, in fact, in the car with like a gun to his head. But how smart wouldn't it have been if he actually dipped like around here, like before the police car spotted them, and his friend, what his name was, AJ, and only AJ was driving the car. So he lures all of the police cars and all of the helicopters away from OJ. Because that's probably not what happened, but could you imagine if that was the case? That would have actually saved them so much time.
State Route 91, heading west. Increasingly, onlookers are flocking to the side of the road, watching the chase in person. Years earlier, OJ was part of a well-known advertising campaign for the car rental company Hertz, appearing in ads where he runs through an airport terminal while being cheered on by onlookers.
Go, OJ, go!
Now, many are shouting this slogan, "Go, OJ, go," to
Or,
the white Ford Bronco as it races past them, followed by the police.
Also, by the way, why are they saying that, bro? Like, surely the crowd knows, like, the allegations against him, like that he's the main suspect in a double homicide. You know what? They probably don't fucking care, bro. This guy clearly has some different type of aura, bro. Some aura that I don't even know about. So, low-key, an interesting question. If I had, like, 5 or 10 million subscribers, if I was, like, Speed or Mr. Beast level famous, and I was charged of a double homicide, I wonder if people would do the same for me. Like, if there's, like, some catchy slogan that I have, and they just yell it to me, and they encourage me to flee from the cops. I mean, that would have been, that is, like, peak aura. If that ever happened to me, that is, like, actual aura. That's low-key, like, that it goes to show that, you've made it in life. Although, now his life is ruined.
The chase has the entire country hold its breath. As it is Friday evening with several major sporting events taking place, TV viewership is already quite high. Now, OJ's chase catapults this to a completely new level. Sports broadcasts were either paused completely or relegated to a small frame at the edge of the screen.
That's crazy.
Some sports commentators who personally knew OJ even took the opportunity to appeal to him directly, encouraging him to give up. No game on a sports field could surpass the excitement of what was currently taking place on the streets of Los Angeles. For comparison, the most watched television event of that year, 1994, was the Super Bowl in January with 90 million viewers, which actually was the third most viewed Super Bowl ever at the time. But the OJ chase sets a new record. If you take the various broadcasts together, 95 million Americans are watching this chase. Looking at history, this means it was the 6th most watched broadcast on US television till that point, which is
Apollo 11 moon landing. Yeah, the moon landing obviously makes sense. I mean, I forgot that shit even happened. I didn't even know that they... Wait, did they stream the moon landing? Or was it like a documentary? They actually streamed the moon landing? I'm actually not sure, but if they streamed the moon landing, holy shit, this makes sense. In fact, it should have had more, but I guess not everybody has access to a TV. Richard Nixon resignation. Okay, I don't know why that was such a big thing. I don't know what this is. Isn't that like a movie or something? The Day After, I don't know what that is. Okay. I don't know what these are, so I mean...
especially remarkable considering that almost all other events on this list were announced and advertised weeks and months prior, while this event happened on the spot. Meanwhile, the white Ford Bronco turns again and switches to Interstate 405, now heading further north.
241 needs indicating that he's making a cell phone call.
Knowing that OJ is using his
How
cell phone while driving, LAPD detective Tom Lang remembers that he had written down OJ's number and decides to call it.
Okay, I'm sorry, I just have to rewind, bro. Because there's just one thing that I don't get. How come that there is no cars, like, in front of him right here? Like, how come that this car is just allowed to drive freely? Like, either the police or civilian cars could try to, like, block the highway, right? Like, how come they've made it this far and, like, nobody's, like, even made an attempt to block the highway? Seems a little bit weird, that's all.
OJ's using his cell phone while driving. LAPD detective Tom Lang remembers that he had written down OJ's number and decides to call it. To his surprise, OJ picks up.
Just let me get to my house.
Okay, we're gonna do that.
I swear to you, I'll give you what. I'll give you me. I'll give you my whole body.
Okay.
I just need to get to my house.
Okay. We're gonna do that. Just throw the gun out the window.
I can't do that.
We're not gonna bother you. We're gonna let you go up there. Just throw it out the window, please. You're scaring everybody. OJ, you there?
As OJ and Cowlings approach the Brentwood neighborhood where OJ's house is located, the car leaves the freeway and makes its way through the more narrow streets. On the phone, Lang tries to calm down a dangerous OJ Simpson.
So I guess they don't know that he's going to his house and his mom, but this would be the perfect opportunity to camp the house.
Mentioning his children and his family.
You're listening to me, I know you. You're thinking about your kids right now, aren't you?
Wait, never mind, bro. Actually, I didn't even think of that. His whole family might be in his house. But then why would he go there, bro? If he cares about them, he would know that that's probably risky. Anyway, bro, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Aren't you? They're thinking about you. They're thinking about you. So is your mother. Your mother loves you.
I'm the only one that deserves.
No, you don't deserve that.
Get hurt.
You do not deserve to get hurt. You do not deserve to get hurt. Don't do this.
All I did was love Nicole. All I did was love her.
I understand.
I love everybody. I tried to show everybody my whole life that I love everybody.
We know that. And everybody loves you.
Lang increasingly flatters the celebrity and makes it about OJ himself, calling him by his football nickname, the Juice.
Juice, don't give in now. You've been a man all your life. You're admired. Don't give it up.
At 7:57 p.m., still unstopped by the police, the Ford Bronco arrives at OJ's house. Cowlings pulls into the driveway and parks. As they come to a stop, Jason, OJ's son, runs straight towards the car, seemingly shouting through the driver's window.
All right, who is that out there? Just toss it, Juice.
The police officers who were in the house were worried that this could escalate the situation, and they step in to lead Jason away from the car. On the call audio, you can now hear Cowlings as he is trying to stop OJ from harming himself.
Don't do it, OJ. Don't make it. They got you, OJ. Please, listen to me. Listen to me, OJ. Listen to me. Please, listen to me, man. OJ, no, OJ.
If there is anyone at this point who still doubts that the extremely cautious approach by the police throughout this chase is atypical to how LAPD operated at that time, what happens next will make it clear. Over a period of 15 minutes, negotiations between the car and police take place. Occasionally, Cowlings even steps out of the car, shouting at officers who seem to approach them. Ultimately, they come to an agreement. OJ will surrender himself, but on his own terms.
Bro, what? Again? You're doing this again, bro. Like, this has to be because he's, like, so famous, right? And because, like, people love him. I wonder if that's actually the reason. Maybe the cops are afraid that, like, if we're too harsh on him, like, we might get a lot of critique from the public. Although, on the other hand, do cops really care about critique from the public? I mean, they're supposed to do their job.
He leaves the car.
That's
and is allowed
insane,
to
bro.
Go into the
A
house,
second
where
negotiation.
His lawyers also arrive. Here, OJ is allowed to drink a glass of orange juice and have a phone call with his mother. Only then he's being handcuffed and placed into a police car, heading to the LAPD Parker Center to be placed in custody. The chase has come to an end.
Alright, so the video actually ends there. Like, this little bit right here is like not part of the story that we just watched. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's just how it ends. He just he gets locked up, and I guess maybe he gets life in prison. I mean, I guess that's what happens. I mean, he killed 2 people, so damn, that's crazy. Now, me personally, bro, if I was OJ Simpson, I would have definitely, and I murdered 2 people. Oh, then I'm 100% trying to craft a plan to avoid a life sentence, all right? Because a life sentence is not fun, bro. So for example, where was it? When when they were driving down to the cemetery, bro, that is the perfect opportunity to make some kind of run for it. I know that it's hard, okay? It's practically impossible to get away from law enforcement, but it is your best chance, okay? Because when you were trying to drive back to your house, they were already there. And he did get to his house, so he did get to see his family at the end there, which is good, I guess. But yeah, just make sure you subscribe to Neo, because apparently this guy has like a whole other site where he makes like even more high budget documentaries aside from his YouTube. So the dude is grinding, so definitely make sure that you check him out and subscribe to him. And also, like, this video was it was structured perfectly, bro. He made it seem like there wasn't a time where I was like not focused or like looked away. Like, this was a very good video. So yeah, that is your video, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.